Hi, warriors. It's Mrs. Currit. I'm going to make a yoga video that's awesome yoga that's done on the floor. And I'm sharing this with my chorus members for upper school and with the faculty as well. This is something that anyone of any level could do. And it's stuff that should leave you feeling really good. This is a yoga sequence based on a workshop I took with Eric Schiffman, who's just a really chill, laid back, if you can picture a teddy bear as a yoga teacher, that's him. But for people old enough to remember, he looks kind of like Wavy Gravy from the 60s. He's a really cool guy, very chill, very laid back. This is accessible for all levels. And as I said, everything's done on the floor. So that's why you see me here on the floor. Want to give a little shout out to our junior class. I'm wearing their 8th grade DC shirt. So feel free to grab yourself a mat or a beach towel on the floor or a blanket on the floor. I've actually got a couple mats layered here with a folded blanket on top. It's not going to be a super vigorous practice, and then this just makes my back feel really comfortable to be laying on the floor. I do want to point out too the mountain of stuffed animals in my living room. We have multiple mountains like that throughout our home, so that's just me being real. You get to see that as part of your yoga experience today. So find yourself a spot to lay on the floor. Have knees bent, feet flat on the floor. And for now, let arms rest by your sides with knuckles down, palms up. If your low back is feeling tight, you can rock hips from side to side a little bit. And then invite your eyes to softly close. Once eyes are closed, begin to notice your breath, letting breath move both in and out through your nose. Inhaling slowly and exhaling softly. Notice breath moving in your belly, belly feeling like it fills up with breath as you inhale. And softening back towards center as you exhale. Notice your breath moving in your rib cage. Inhale, the ribs open up in all directions. Exhale, the ribs softly release back towards center. Then notice the movement of breath in the collarbones. So sometimes I like to make a letter L with my hand. Let a thumb rest on one collarbone, index fingertip on the other. Then leaving your hands wherever feels comfortable, take your next few breaths to notice the breath moving in the belly and the rib cage and the collarbones. Inhaling slowly and exhaling softly. Let arms rest by your sides, palms down. On an inhale, reach out through your fingertips and sweep your arms all the way up. As you exhale, draw your right knee in toward your chest, hands around the shin or behind the thigh, squeezing it in. Inhale, replace the right foot, stretch and reach the arms up. Exhale, left knee in toward the chest. Keep moving like that to the timing of your own breath. Inhaling to stretch and reach. Exhaling to squeeze in towards center.
The next time you exhale, draw both knees in toward your chest. Bring hands to the kneecaps. On an inhale, straighten the arms so knees move away from you. Exhale, draw them back in. Inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale to draw back in. Keep moving like that to the timing of your own breath. Then you can keep hands to kneecaps or slip hands behind the thighs. I prefer the way that feels. Rest on the back of your head and rock hips from side to side. You can maybe point your elbow out a little bit and let the elbow be what stops you from rolling all the way onto your side. So you're opening up your low back against the floor. Make sure your head and neck stay completely relaxed. Settle your hips back at center. Point and flex the feet, really pointing as much as you can and flexing as much as you can. So like you're exploring the full range of motion of those feet. And then rotate your ankles going in both directions, nice slow circles. Let the feet rest back at center and scrunch your toes like you're trying to pick something up with your toes. Keeping left knee bent, place the left foot flat on the floor and slip both hands behind the right thigh. Let your shoulders drop down toward the floor. Lightly flex that right foot, and on an inhale, extend the sole of that foot up toward the ceiling. So we're working toward a straight leg. Your leg might be here, and that's fine. Your leg might be more bent than that. It doesn't matter how high you get it up. What's most important is that the leg is straight. Draw your hands up into your thigh as your thigh presses down into your hands. Shoulder blades drop down. If it feels good to move the foot around here, again, you can point and flex the foot. Rotate the ankle going in both directions. Spread and bunch the toes. Then you can either stay as you are or walk hands up the leg, moving in the direction of a two-fingered grip around your right big toe. And again, what's most important is a straight leg. So if grabbing onto your foot means your leg is here, go back to a straight leg no matter where you're hanging on. You can stay as you are, or for a little hip opening here, you can inhale, open the right leg out to the right, and exhale, draw it back towards center. If you are opening the leg out to the side, try to keep that left knee pointing straight up towards the ceiling. The next time you exhale, release the leg, hands around the shin, squeeze it in towards your center. We're going to transition from here into half happy baby pose. So left arm will rest to the floor, right hand to the right knee. Open your right leg out towards the side like you're trying to tuck it up towards your armpit. Flex that foot, and then you can use your hands to manipulate the leg. You're going to bend the knee. We want that shin to be as close to perpendicular to the floor as possible. And then you'll hang on with your right hand. I like to cup my hand around my heel. You can also hang on to the arch or do that two-fingered grip around your big toe. Some people have long enough arms to wrap their arm behind the knee joint. My arms aren't long enough to do that. So I like to hang on to the heel. Left arm reaches out. And then we keep that right knee dropping in the direction of the floor. Relax the muscles of the face, the tongue and jaw, inhaling and exhaling. On your next exhale, bring right ankle to rest on the left knee. Inhale, stretch and reach the arms overhead, getting super long through the sides of the torso. As you exhale, lift the left leg, your bottom leg. Thread your right arm through the opening between the two legs and your left arm wraps around. You can hang on behind that left thigh or around the left shin. We just want to be sure your head can still drop down towards the ground and your shoulders can still drop down. So if hanging onto your shin leaves you like this, then come back to hanging onto the thigh. Relax that left foot, maybe shake the ankle out a little bit. Relax the muscles of the face. Send lots of breath into that right hip. Invite the eyes to softly close. On an exhale, release the hands. Bring left foot towards the floor. Keep the legs crossed like this for a moment. And all we're going to do is finish the cross of the legs. So cross that right leg all the way over the left. Let arms open out by your sides. Shift your hips slightly right. And let your knees drop left. So we're coming into a twist. If this feels too tight on your low back, uncross the legs and stack your knees one on top of the other. Your left hand can rest across your belly or across your outer thigh. So legs are either crossed or uncrossed. Knees are moving towards the floor. Arm draped across you. That right arm you can reach up toward the ceiling. Flip the palms super wide open. And then let that arm rest along the floor. As it does, you can turn your head to the right. On an inhale, slowly bring the knees back towards center, uncross the legs, reshift the hips. Come back to your center spot, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. For a moment, let arms rest by your sides or palms on your belly or ribs. I really like the feeling of palms on my ribs. For me, it just settles me down right away. So take a moment, a few breaths here. Inhale, the eyes softly open. We'll do that whole sequence on the other side, starting with the breaths where we're alternating knees. So arms down by your sides, resting on the back of your head. Inhale, reach way out through the fingertips. Exhale, left knee this time toward the chest. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, right knee toward the chest. Keep moving like that to the timing of your own breath. This time as you exhale, bring both knees toward the chest. Bring hands to the knees. Inhale to straighten the arms. Exhale, bend the arms, drawing knees back in. Both the alternate knee one and this one are great for, I don't know if you're experiencing what I am stuck at home, but I'm doing a whole lot of eating, cooking and eating. And sometimes, I will admit, I'm just eating, and my belly winds up feeling pretty bloated. This is a great one for relieving that pressured feeling. Now slip hands behind your thighs. Rock the hips from side to side. Massaging low back against the floor. Maybe rocking over this time a little farther than you did last time. Point and flex the feet. Keep relaxing shoulders down. Rotate the ankles, moving slowly in both directions. Spread and bunch the toes. Place right foot flat on the floor. Slip hands behind your left thigh. Lightly flex that foot. Inhale, extend the leg toward the ceiling. Press the thigh down into your hands as you lift hands up into your thigh. Soft tongue and jaw as you inhale and exhale. You can keep hands as they are or walk hands up the leg, moving toward a 2-fingered grip on that left big toe. Then either staying as you are or inhaling left leg to the side, exhaling back towards center, inhaling. Bet you didn't know you were signing up for a close-up view of the sole of my foot. On your next exhale, release the hand, draw knee back in toward the chest, and we'll get set up for half happy baby pose. So if it was hard to see on the other side, on this side, you're gonna really get to see where the knee goes. So we're moving your left knee as if you're gonna tuck it right up into your armpit, flexing that left foot, and then using arms to set it up. So we're working toward a shin that's perpendicular to the floor. Nice lightly flexed foot. Hand can hang on to the sole of the foot. 2-fingered grip around those big toes. You can wrap the arm around and behind. You can see my arm is not long enough. Or, like I like to do, you can take your palm, this feels the most secure to me, and cup it around your heel. And then that knee keeps dropping down toward the floor. Rest on the back of your head. Lots of breath into the low back and into that left hip as you inhale and exhale. On an exhale, bring your left ankle to rest on your right knee. Stretch and reach both arms overhead. Big lengthening out through the sides of the torso. Exhale, lift that right leg, the bottom leg. Thread your left arm through the opening between the two legs. Right arm reaches around. You can hang on behind the thigh, or you can reach around the shin. We just want shoulders to be able to drop down and back of the head firmly on the ground. Maybe even let the eyes close here. Soft tongue and jaw as you inhale and exhale. On an inhale, slowly release the hands. Let right foot drift down toward the floor. And this is where we're turning it into the twist. So continue that cross, left leg all the way over the right. Shift your hips left and let knees drop right. You could also uncross the legs and stack the left leg on top of the right. Let your right arm rest draped across your belly or your thigh. Left arm sweeps out to the left. You could lift it up. Turn that palm super open toward the ceiling, and then let the arm rest down on the floor. If it's comfortable on the neck, turn your gaze toward that outstretched left arm, and invite the eyes to softly close. On an inhale, slowly come out. Bring knees towards center. Uncross the legs, reshift the hips. We'll take a short relaxation today. You can let arms rest by your sides, knuckles down, palms up, or elbows by the sides, palms on belly or ribs. You can keep knees bent, feet flat on the floor. You could even kick heels out, point toes in, and let thighs drop together if that feels better in your low back. Or you can extend the legs, letting feet flop open. Invite the eyes to softly close, rest on the back of the head. At this point, no need to move, no need to do anything at all. Letting your body sink down into the floor and letting your breath do what it will, trusting that it will do what it needs to do. Remind your toes and your feet, your ankles, shins, and calves to relax. Knees and thighs relax. Hips relax. Breath dropping down in between the hip bones as you inhale. Softening that area more each time you exhale. Belly and low back relax. The entire circumference of the ribs relaxes. Chest and shoulders relax. Shoulder blades melting down into the floor. Upper arms and elbows. Forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers relax. Neck and back of the head. Scalp and forehead. Eyebrows and eyes. Nose and cheekbones. Jaw, mouth, and tongue all relax. Inhaling and exhaling. Feel a sense of peace above you, peace below you, peace all around you, and peace inside you. Begin to take a few deeper breaths, gently inviting the awareness to return to the body. Slowly start to wiggle fingers and toes. I like to rotate ankles and wrists too. One at a time, bend the knees, either drawing knees in towards your chest or bending knees and placing feet flat on the floor. Maybe rocking knees from side to side a little bit. On an inhale, reach up as if you're just waking up from a long nap. Then on an exhale, when you're ready, roll over to rest on your right side. I'm going to rest on my left so I can face the camera. Bring a hand in front of the chest. Keep your neck loose and head heavy. And use arms to press yourself all the way up towards seated. I'm just going to come to right here. And then bring palms together in front of the heart. And we'll end by bowing and saying namaste, meaning the light within me salutes the light within you. Namaste. Thanks, warriors. I hope you had fun doing some yoga today, and I'll see you soon.